back, everyone. So, today we're going to meet a lady who's actually, I don't know if she has many things in common with me, but currently we both have one thing in common. Our hearts are in PNG. Read between the lines. So, today we're going to meet Sarah Hillman, who is one of the most popular, socially active, responsible ladies of PNG. She can organize any event, a fundraiser, in a jiffy, and she makes it look so easy because she's an organizing queen. So let's go and hear stories straight from her while she talks to us from Sri Lanka. So welcome, Sarah, to Candid View at Lux Lounge.
Thank you a lot for inviting me.
No problem at all, and you're most welcome. And I really appreciate your time you're giving me.
Thank you.
And so tell me, so how have you been?
I've been all right, but then we were in lockdown for nearly 2 months. We had curfew. We were like in house arrest, but now finally we've been allowed to come out and do like basic things. But the schools have been closed since March. Finally, he's going back to school next week.
So that's great news, I think, mainly for the mom.
I know, right? Just to yeah, and for him too, because kids got to meet other kids and run around and have some physical activities and things.
Yeah, so all that is over now. And we knew that your lockdown was off since last few months. We saw some lovely pictures of some resorts and things there, which you have been roaming around.
Oh, yeah. That's a plus sign because there are no tourists. There are really good offers for Sri Lankans, so we can travel. We can afford to travel around.
I know, and the main thing is beautiful Sri Lanka revisited by Sarah again. Just before we start off, I want our friends to know that our common connection is PNG. You are and Indian. We both met in PNG.
We both met in PNG.
The common thing for us.
We are all stuck in our own places without husbands.
I know, and tell me, how are you managing that part of it?
I don't know. I haven't seen Sean. Oh, we are surviving, but I haven't seen Sean since January. It's tough. I guess it's tough on the kid too, because we are used to see him every 2-3 months, but now we haven't seen him in 8 months.
I know.
For the first time in our lives.
It's getting hard and it's getting frustrating now. So I am with you. I understand your feeling. So now let's move on and let's start talking about you. Name behind this beautiful name, actually, Sarah, because I know that you actually have another name which I didn't know for a long time.
I thought it's good time to tell, right? I have a other name than Sarah. So my real name is Sarangi. So, but I think because after I met Sean and through work, everyone kept calling Sarah or Sa, and then it became Sarah. And the Hillman is actually Sean's surname, so I just became Sarah Hillman. But in all my official documents, still got the Sarangi name, not the Sarah. The name for PNG and for social media
is Sarah.
So I met Sean at work. So we used to work together. So you must have heard that was during the civil war in Sri Lanka. So we both used to work in hospitality. Okay. And then we were planning to get married, and we thought it'll be an idea to move somewhere because the tourism wasn't doing that well here. And then Sean got offered to go to Papua New Guinea. So I didn't know much about Papua New Guinea, but then I was like, where is Papua New Guinea? And then we end up going there just for 3 years to start with. And then we loved there, and now we've been there since 2007. So how many years? Over 13 years now.
Yes, yeah.
So like any other place, there are ups and downs. I guess no one would be there for 13 years if we didn't love it, right? We love there. We feel home there. So that's how we end.
Yeah. So tell me about your journey in PNG.
It was hard to start with. I remember going there because I used to work. Since I finished my high school exams, I used to work.
Yeah.
And until I went to PNG, I used to work. So there I went to PNG, and I was not working. And I cried for 2 weeks. What have I done? And I thought I had seriously, I thought I had enough of this marriage and I can't do this anymore. I want to go back. I cried for 2 weeks, and whenever Sean walks into the home, I remember I was crying. I'm like, I can't do this. I want to go back.
Okay.
And then I met Chrissy Lira,
Yeah.
and she started taking me around. She took me under her wings and showing the good things about PNG. I remember she was telling me, first try everything and then pick and choose what you want to continue. That's something I actually tell people now.
Now, that's
Try everything first, then you might find things that you like to continue and you might actually start enjoying.
correct.
It's either you like it or hate it, right? I guess we have time to tell this, right?
Yeah, sure.
In PNG, I love the fact like we are a small community and we know everyone. Everyone knows everyone.
Correct.
You could be, end up being anywhere in the world, anywhere fancy in the world, but you might not know anyone apart from your family and your immediate family and friends. But whereas PNG, you'll never be alone.
Correct.
You always know people, you always know friends, and there'll be always people to help you.
That's so
I did lot of involved with a lot of organizing things for charity and things to keep myself busy. But then I enjoyed organizing things too. We can say, oh, we are doing it for the poor people or for people in need. But in the same time, I guess we have to enjoy what we are doing. So I enjoyed a lot what I was doing. I guess that's why I continue to do what I was doing.
That's amazing. So, what are all the organizations that you were involved with, or rather, you're even involved with now? You might be giving some tips to that.
Remotely from
Remotely,
here.
remote support. Yeah.
So I was helping the charity Caramel. So they used to organize the Pizza and Opera under the stars. So, but Caramel was going on for many years before my time in PNG.
Yeah.
I think in 2008 they started this Pizza and Opera under the stars, a very popular fundraising event at in Port Moresby. You got to be in the list this year to soon. Like if we finish the event today, you're going to be in the list from today for the next year's event. Otherwise, you don't get tickets.
All these
So
years.
it's very popular, but it's for a very good cause. So the main idea is to help the labor ward in the Pom General Hospital. But we have helped the other wards and the other areas, the Pom General Hospital in need as well. Even now, the hospital has, with the COVID pandemic, the hospital has done some requests from the Caramel charity to help with the basic needs like our lovely Monica said, and she's the only one who's left in PNG right now. So she's been continuing supporting the hospital.
Yeah.
So All Nations Women's Group is a lovely charity to experience everyone's culture and the countries and to share the food and the language and the singing, the dancing. I guess I enjoyed my time getting to know ladies from different countries and culture. What else? The Links of Hope was too. I guess I really love the idea that they're doing for what they're doing for the HIV affected kids. I guess for those kids, some of them don't have parents. As it is, the life is hard in PNG, and to make it worse, they are affected from HIV too.
Correct.
So I've been helping them a couple of years to organize their high tea fundraisers and to find them sponsors and things like that. So I guess whenever they are in any of those are in need, I'm still happy to help remotely from here.
Yeah. I'm sure they're all looking forward to getting your help physically as well. And you get, how do you manage to stay organized and you know that, okay, I have to do all this? So are you a very good planner or how does it work for you? Very
I
practical.
am a pretty good planner, but then I guess I started all this at least 12, 13 years ago, like in the PNG. But then you have energy to do too. I guess I was thinking I had more energy than that now after 13 years. And plus, working on time.
Correct.
I hate when people don't work on time.
Okay,
So
so
I
that's
get
what
promised to do things and they don't do things.
I know. It's a tough situation to even organize things, even for charity or for anything. Organizing is a skill, So I think you
Thank you.
are good at it. So that's really good.
Thank you, love.
One of your events, which was your highlight.
I think probably the pizza and opera under the stars. It's a lot of work
Yeah, tell
because
us what to do over there.
so there's only 6 of us in the committee at a time. There are ladies come to help. But and then as you know, the members, half of them are half the time out of the country. But we always come together for events and we fight, we argue, we tell each other off, but somehow we always have a successful event, and it's enjoyable, and then we are really good friends and we still continue to be friends though whatever however things turn up. I think that I think the pizza and opera under the stars is a lot of work, but it was always a success.
And tell us when going back to your younger days when you met Sean. So,
So Sean and I worked together. We met at work.
Okay.
I remember I love hotels. And I used to watch this Discovery Channel when I was younger, and they always used to do programs about the great hotels, the small luxury hotels, and all those things. So there was one time I was in between jobs, and I remember there was a vacancy for a job in one of the small luxury hotels in Sri Lanka.
Okay.
So that was like 3 hours drive from where I used to live. So I have to go and stay, and they'll provide accommodation and work there.
Yeah.
So somehow I applied for the job and I got the job. And I remember my mother was going on like, the girls in our family don't work in hotels, that I shouldn't be going on. So somehow with all the, I end up going for the job. But then I thought, maybe I can't stay here. I want to go back. Then I remember my uncle was telling me, and my aunt was telling me, I think, no, you wanted to come here. So now stay for a week or two and see whether you like it. Okay. So we are not going to take you back.
Okay.
So then I met Sean the same day, and Sean used to work there. And then I realized Sean is from like closer to where I'm from. And then we became really good friends. And after a couple of years, became more than friends, and I ended up getting married to him.
Amazing. And then he ended up taking you to PNG. Really adventurous things you've done in PNG.
I haven't really done big adventures compared to a lot of people in PNG.
The adventures would have happened in PNG.
I remember climbing Burns Peak with a group of ladies, and coming down, I kept slipping and falling down on like 3 times. And then we had security guards like escorting us coming down. And I remember one of the guards told me, you keep falling and I'll hold your hand coming down. So he was helping me. But then the next day, I found out I was pregnant. I was like 6 weeks pregnant.
Oh goodness.
So there's a couple of us, so Sanchika, myself, few of us went a couple of years ago before Ashton to Lisnang Island Resort in Cavian. So, so in the island, if there is rain, there is no phone reception.
Yeah.
So happened to be all 3 days we were there was raining. And no phone reception. But like normally, even in normal times, even like Sean and I are in the same city, we still keep talking to each other a couple of times a day. Yeah. So I couldn't talk to Sean for like whole day when I was in the island, and so he would have been wondering. He would have been worrying that what happened to us. So he couldn't get through to me or Sanjika. And then I want to let him know, like, we are okay, it's raining, no signals. And then we kept walking around the island with Sanjika, looking for a place that we can find signals.
Yeah.
And so eventually, like 2 o'clock in the morning when we got signal, and I remember Sanjika, I was up till 2 o'clock. I was like, okay, call quickly and said, okay, we are safe. It's raining. That's why we got no signals. And Sanjika was like, I'm never ever going anywhere with you because I want to sleep and I can't sleep.
So tell me, Sarah, of all the events that you have organized and you have helped in organizing, has there been any event where you guys had a major goof up and you had to really fix it up? It was really hard and you all fixed it up somehow.
I remember it was one of the Pizza and Opera under the Stars event, and because it's outdoor,
Yeah.
and like we always expect there can be rain, there can be a drizzle, and we always pray, please don't rain until this finished. And with this particular day, this is years ago, probably 8-10 years ago, and it started pouring down when the guests were arriving.
Oh.
And we had no idea what to do. So they stayed indoors until the rain stopped. But after an hour or so later, we still started the event, and we still had the event. And then we thought, that's it. Nobody wants to come next time. They were like, no, we want to come next time too. And we were sold out the next time too.
Wow. One loyal audience that you have who
I
decided
guess
to come back
so.
again. That's amazing, isn't it? So tell me, if I ask you a question, if you win a lottery all of a sudden, what would you do with it?
I can't lie, right? I'll probably go shopping too.
Yeah, that's an honest answer from Sarah.
But I'll use a portion of it to use people I need, and I can't lie, I'll use some for myself too.
Yeah, you deserve that, so it's okay. So Sarah, tell our friends who are watching us, because you've been in the hospitality industry and you know a lot of Sri Lanka, and you will give very good advice, which I have also taken, so I know that. Tell us the best 3 spots in Sri Lanka, or the best 3 resorts you can say. Top.
I think the tea plantations up in the hill country will be some of the highlights, and then I guess the tea trails is one of the best, the bungalows to stay.
Okay.
And then a lot of people enjoy coming to the beach because we got the beach around Sri Lanka, so we have really nice beach resorts.
Yeah.
And in the same time, we have the cultural sites, the temples and ruins. So I guess we are a small island, but we still have everything in one place within a couple of hours drive.
Yeah.
And the change of climates in a couple of hours drive too.
Yeah. So that was really smart. I asked you to choose 3 and you chose everything at one go. You'll have a lot of elephants, isn't it?
We do have a lot of elephants, but I just like to say, please don't ride them. Just go and see them in the wild. Leave them alone.
True. Now we move on to your cooking. What is the best dish that you cook, probably?
Oh. I'm vegetarian, right? But I still actually cook a really good goat curry.
Oh. So tell me that would instantly make your day.
Yeah. Exercise. Going to the gym.
Yes, that's true. That is one of the best places. And I think that's one of the most common places I can spot, or anyone can spot, Sarah. The yacht club.
If I'm in PNG, always at the yacht club gym, right?
That's true. Exactly. That's one of the places I love too. So one of your personality traits, which you think always gets you into trouble, and one which makes you very proud of yourself.
I think it always gets me into trouble. I don't know how to sugarcoat things most of the times, and I just tell it as it is.
High five on that. Yeah, I agree.
So it comes out. I don't know how people take it. I guess if they know me, they might not be offended, but
So personality trait which you're very proud of, which you say that, yeah, that's something which I'm extremely proud of.
That I'm organized.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
how does your suitcase look? Is it very organized, like properly packed, planned, and everything, your itinerary and everything, or how does it look?
Oh, so but now I tend to forget a lot. So now I always write down what I have to do. Down. But I guess 10 years ago I could remember everything, but now I'm at a stage that I need to write down most things that I otherwise I tend to forget.
Oh, okay. So that's how you plan yourself, by writing down
Yes.
and staying organized. That's
Yeah.
nice. So tell me one something which you miss.
To say like now I miss him being around. Like he normally works long time, but I wish he's there. Like you can actually, yes, we do Skype and WhatsApp and
No, that's
all
not
these
a.
things, but you actually miss that uh, having him in person and talking to a real person, even having a real fight.
Because in these internet fights you can actually shut off and go off. That's not a good
Yeah,
idea. I like being
and
shut
you can chase him back, right?
off. Even though all these technology connections, the in-person connection is the best. So I
Yes.
hope that you can get to see Sean very soon, and you guys can all get together, reunite very soon.
Let's hope so too,
So
Luck.
tell me one lesson you have learned in 2020.
Don't take anything for granted. Like, don't wait for tomorrow. Like, who would have thought we'll be stuck in one place for 8 months or so
Absolutely.
far that we would not be able to do, or like, we'll do it tomorrow, we'll do it next year. Just do it now.
Exactly. I agree with you.
Don't post. 2020 is cancelled.
2020 is cancelled for all of us until we don't meet again. So, thank you so much, Sarah. Thank you for your time, and say bye
Thank
to
you,
Ashton
La.
as well. Thank
You
you.
want to say bye, Auntie?
Bye, Auntie.
Bye, Ashi.